I know it's been quite a while, and it's so good to see you again. It's so dark in this place that I can't see your face. May we leave? Oh, I see. Does he know who I am and what once was between you and me? Do you know how I tried? Have you any idea how I tried? Not to keep you inside. Do you know, darling, how much I cried? I remember you said that you had to forget about me and be free. Do you know who I am, or have you forgotten about me? Do you think there's a chance you and I could start over anew? Is there a prayer you still care? Has it just been too long and we're through? Well, what about you and him? Oh, he's only a friend. Well, I see there's still a chance for me. Maybe some other time, in some other place, with our love in.
Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? I hope you're all
by
doing
God,
well.
I'll tell you something, friend. I have never been.
I'll play that in a little bit. How you guys doing tonight? Pretty good? All right, I guess I'll say hello to some people here. Hi, Rita. How are you? I guess the update on Jim, I guess from what I understand, he's off the breathing tube now and doing a little better. He's got a long road ahead of him, though. Rita, do you know anything else more? Is he still in ICU or anything? Let me know in the comments. Hi, Mitchell. How are you? I'm glad to see you on this week. All right. Hi, Barbara. How are you tonight? Hi, Tara. How are you? Oh, wow. You're a little behind me. Okay, that's okay. No problem. I think California and those places, too, are a little behind me in time. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard here, so I live on the East Coast of the United States. Hi, Francis. How are you tonight? Happy Memorial Day weekend to you, too. Hi, Nancy. How are you tonight? Hi, Nan. It's cold out today. I don't know why. It just was cloudy and damp on the, yeah, it didn't really hit anything higher than like 65, so it was kind of chilly. I got the chills. I put my sweatshirt on. Yes, keep praying for Jim. He's going to be in the hospital for a while. I mean, he had 9 strokes, they said, and so he's going to be recovering from that. You're good, Rita? Good. Hi, Julianne. How are you tonight? Okay, so she said, yes, he's still in the ICU, but talking. No breathing tube. Good. Waiting for update from his daughter. Yeah, I know. I haven't heard from her in a while. I know he had heart surgery or something for, he had a really bad infection and it went into his heart. Yeah. So not good. I know they were treating him for his blood infection, so I don't know. No, not here. It's been very hot. Now we have thunderstorms. Well, be careful, Mitchell, now. If you have to get off, we'll understand. Oh, no, here it's just been kind of cloudy and damp and cold. Like yesterday was cold as well. I had to wear my spring jacket and my winter pajamas still. But last week we were sweating. So I guess, I said, well, I know we're supposed to get some warmer weather coming this week. So hopefully it'll warm up soon. Very stormy in Houston. Wow. Okay. Well, We'll have to keep the southern states in prayer. No. Oh, no, sorry to hear that, Jim. Prayers for its continued healing. Yes. Like I said, he's going to have a long road ahead of him. I guess it's been all over Facebook, so I'll just guys give you updates. From last Saturday, he was in a step down unit, and then somehow, some way, he got worse. They were giving him a feeding tube, and he took the tube out of his nose because he's not swallowing food. I don't know if it's something to do with his stroke or not. And then he was coughing, and he couldn't cough up, and then I guess they got, I think, a bunch of well, I'm not going to say it, but blood. Anyway, and he found out he had some type, his infection was in his heart. It was causing blood clots or something on that idea. Odd. So they went into his heart and they cleaned the infection out of his heart the other day. So now he's not on a ventilator. Before he was on a ventilator. It was scary. It was very scary. I had to keep him in prayer. Oh, good. It was warm in Vancouver. Like I said, it's like 64, 65 and kind of cloudy, and it just didn't get warm over here. I think there's a breeze, and I don't know why. It's just odd. I think tomorrow's supposed to get rainy and cold. Weird. She has a stomach bug? Oh, all right. Well, I might call Christy later and get an update, see if she has any more information. But I'm glad that his heart procedure went well, and they were able to clear up some of the infection, and that he's doesn't have a breathing tube anymore. So that's a good thing. Yeah, Jim's daughter, yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's very stubborn, that's for sure. Goes through a lot. Hi, Jason. Wow, welcome on the live. Yeah. Well, I think that's why he went in originally, was sepsis. He had like a blood infection. So they're treating him with antibiotics. Like I said, he's got multiple problems. It's crazy. Well, keep praying though. God can heal. And I do know that he did have prayer, and that he did, I guess, seek the Lord for some forgiveness and so on, to keep him, his soul safe. So, yeah, but that's a good thing. So hopefully he'll use this healing, if he can heal completely, and be a wonderful miracle, that's for sure, of God, to be healed completely and be able to share that with people. Hi, Mary. How are you tonight? Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Barbara, you had rain all week? Oh, well, I guess I can't say that, but hello, everyone. Yes, Jim Cuz is a tough little boy and very stubborn. Yeah, he's suffered. He went through a lot. So, hello, Joy. How are you? I'm hanging in there always. I'm in Florida. It's in the 80s. Well, that's lovely. I'm up here in New Hampshire. It's very pretty spring. It was like in the 70s, like all week. And then all of a sudden yesterday, it got cool. We had this, I guess, this cool spell, and it got cold. We're hot on, I think it was Monday and Tuesday. We were very hot. So it was weird. It went from very hot, like up to 89 or 90, to like 70s to like 60s. We can't like have a happy medium, you know. He's gonna give those cigarettes up. I think he's pretty much done with the cigarettes now. I hope. He's been in the hospital for about 3 weeks now, I think. Almost a month. He's been very sick. So, yeah. If anything, it'll be good for him. Pamela. I'm here. Well, I'm here, but missed what you said about Jim. Could you repeat a little bit? Thank you. Yeah, Jim over the week, I guess, had a touch and go time. He found out he had 9 strokes. Then he had a feeding tube because he wasn't keeping food in, and then somehow they found stuff in his lungs. I don't know what the whole thing was, but he ended up coughing up, or they ended up getting blood. I don't know. It was disgusting. And then they had surgery on his heart, and they took the infection out of his heart, but he still has infection in the blood. So just keep him in prayer. I mean, he's got a long road of a recovery, and I don't think he's out of ICU yet, but he is breathing. He doesn't need the respirator. He couldn't breathe earlier this week. Hi, Mary. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing good. Jason, it's been really hot here this past week. I have been melting. Hey, Jason, where are you? I think people were saying something because I'm wearing my sweatshirt today because it's chilly up here in New Hampshire. Yeah, all kidding yourselves. As soon as he can, he's going to want that cigarette. Well, let's pray that the Lord breaks that habit right now in the name of Jesus. It'll make it a lot easier for him. It is the hard way for him to stop smoking, but I mean, they don't allow him to smoke in the hospital. So 3 days is pretty good. Oh, you're in London. Oh, wow. You're up late. All right. Well, then I better get going so you can get some rest. Okay. All right. So today's chapter is about his police work. But before I dig into his police work, I'm just going to show you a few things I didn't get the chance to show you last week. So I'm going to do that. First of all, this is the video I had shortened, him talking about being a DEA agent on stage. They said this was dated around 1974. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but hopefully it works. I know the Elvis Found Alive videos have been coming in like horrible lately, and I don't know if it's because it's the connection or if it's the program that I'm using. But I had a hard time logging in on the program today and getting this set up, so it might be just the program. But anyway, we're gonna do the best I can with these video links, and we'll do that. Okay, so here's the first one.
in my life, except on music.
Let's go back. All right.
You are strung out. Oh, by God, I'll tell you something, friend. I have never been strung out in my life, except on music. When I got sick here in the hotel, I got sick here that one night. I had 102 temperature. They wouldn't let me perform. From 3 different sources I heard I was strung out on heroin. I swear to God, hotel employees, Jack, bellboys, freaks that carry your luggage up to the room, people working around, you know, talking, maids. And I was sick. I had a doctor, had the flu, and I got over one day. But all across this town, I was strung out. So I told him earlier, and don't you get offended, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to somebody else. If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I'm going to break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch.
I wish I could have bleeped that out, but...
That is dangerous. That is damaging to myself, to my little daughter, to my father, to my friends, my doctor, to everybody, my relationship with you, my relationship with up here on the stage. It is dangerous. I will pull your goddamn tongue out by the roots. Thank you very much. Anyway.
Well, that was him lashing out. That was from a video. Now there's another video I found. Now this is off a channel called Jesse Burroughs. This is on YouTube. I do have a couple other clips of this, but this is like kind of like a phone interview. He must have did this with somebody and they posted it on YouTube. Now I'm not sure if it's somebody that was with him, a friend of his. I have no idea, but I thought it was quite interesting, so I'm just going to let you guys listen to this. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually him, but it sounded a lot like him, so I'm going to.
But there toward the end, I knew we were in.
The volume's kind of
Toward
low.
the end, I knew we were in over our heads. involved with people who had more power, more authority than anybody we ever dealt with before. I'm talking major power. And so in order to protect myself and my family, I did what I had to do.
Okay. So he said in order to protect himself and his family, he got involved in some very powerful things in his FBI work. This is before he staged his death. And he had to do what he had to do. All right. So this is a quote from his book, The Truth About Elvis Aaron Presley, in his own words. Except for a couple of busts I participated in, one in Denver and one in Miami, I did not do much police work, thus the extensive plastic surgery. Someone recognized me in Miami, and my people determined it would not be safe. So all the police work I imagined I would partake in was brought to a halt, even after the plastic surgery, which he was not entirely happy with. And from what I understand, after he had did the book, he had more done because he didn't like the way he looked in the Jesse picture. And I think he had his nose done or whatever that he didn't like done. He had done again. So now he looks, I guess, much better the way he wants to look. So I'm not sure how he looks because obviously we don't have an official photo of him now. And I can understand that to keep himself safe, that would not be a good idea to post a current photo. Okay, so, well, before I get into the Elvis Found Alive video, which comes in kind of like choppy and stuff, I don't know why it is like that. I don't know if it's the program. Maybe I have to resplice it again. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to read her chapter now, and then if I can get this police work video to work for the Elvis Found Alive, I will. So I hope you found those little clips interesting. I'm going to leave this here so I can read, and then we'll chat afterwards. Okay, so it is certain that Elvis's romance with law and order ran deep. Despite the attitudes often displayed to the public through Elvis's onstage image, in his heart, Elvis was a dedicated American. This dedication expanded into areas beyond the DEA. Still, it was this federal appointment that Elvis was the most proud of, an appointment that would possibly eventually change his entire life. The truth is that because of who he was, Elvis Presley could not get to the kind of people and places others could not. Did I read that wrong? Elvis Presley could get to the kind of people and places others could not. Okay. I guess I didn't. The most effective agent, Elvis was heard to say, is the one least suspected, one who has another job. In Elvis's case, his other job was that of an entertainer. Who would have suspected Elvis Presley of working undercover? Although we don't know exactly how far back Elvis's work in law enforcement went, records attest that from 1970 to 1977, Elvis Presley was connected to 2 U.S. presidents, both of whom wanted his services to help them and the country win the war against drugs. And the letter dated in November 29, 1982, by Bob Pritchett of the Department of Treasury to Maria Columbus, president of the Elvis Special Fan Club. We are told that during the years 1974, 1975, and 1976, Mr. Presley provided one of our undercover agents who was a musician a job cover. In other words, he had someone who worked for the FBI as one of his band members as a cover. All right. Essentially what this means is that for several years, an undercover agent was being provided cover by Elvis Presley himself, an agent. Like Elvis, this agent also had another job, which makes detection less likely and the assignment less dangerous. It is clear from the government's correspondence with Maria Columbus that the undercover agent's identity had to be kept a secret. It is interesting to note in a December 22nd, 1982 letter to Maria Columbus from Pritchard that the files are criminal investigative files. Translated, this means the criminal investigation was taking place over approximately a 3-year period and that Elvis was at least involved to the point of providing cover for another federal agent. It's highly probable that Elvis may have been involved in this criminal investigation to a far greater degree than we know, especially when one takes into consideration the possible extent of Elvis's role in Operation Fountain Pen, which was without a doubt one of the most dangerous undercover operatives ever undertaken by the FBI. And like he said in that video, if that really is him on the phone talking, he is saying, they were very powerful. And actually, he was kind of very scared. All right. I had said in prior videos that he had death threats. I mean, there was one against Lisa Marie, and the teddy bear was beheaded. And then they wrote a note saying Lisa Marie was going to be next. I mean, if that was my daughter and I was involved in that kind of thing, I'd want to fake my death too, just to keep her safe. All right. So, I mean, he was in a very dangerous, type of profession. That's what I want to say. And he did a double life. It was very interesting how he barely got any sleep and how he fit it all in. I don't know. But he was involved in drug busts as well as Elvis. He would join the police officers quite often. Okay. So in that same December 22nd, 1982 letter from Pritchett to Columbus, he insists our undercover agent does not want his name to be known to the public. Here's another question arises. Given that Elvis Presley was a federal agent at large with the DEA and was at least involved in providing a cover to another agent for 3 years, we may further take into account Elvis's ongoing associations with at least 2 U.S. presidents, President Nixon and President Carter, both of whom he spoke with shortly before August 16, 1977. Now we ask, is it possible that Elvis in turn became the target of drug dealers who were the focus of the criminal investigations of 1974 to 1976? As an aside, Jimmy Carter was not president-elect until November 1976. Elvis's Carter connection went as far back as at least 1973 when Carter was a governor of Georgia. A well-publicized photograph shows Elvis with the governor and Mrs. Carter. Governor Carter subsequently proclaimed January 8, 1974, Elvis Presley Day in Georgia. Taking all of the above into consideration, it is clear that both President Nixon and President Carter held Elvis Presley in high esteem. Government files prove that Elvis spoke with President Carter at the White House 2 weeks before August 16, 1977. The telephone call was not only private, but was arranged by an agent of the FBI. 2 weeks after this private conversation, upon hearing that Elvis had died, in parentheses, President Carter issued this tribute. Elvis Presley's death deprives our country of a part of itself. He was unique and irreplaceable. More than 20 years ago, he burst upon burst upon the scene with an impact that was unprecedented and will probably never be equaled. His music and his personality, fusing the styles of white country and black rhythm and blues, permanently changed the face of American pulp culture. His following was immense, and he was a symbol to people the whole world over, of the vitality, rebelliousness, and good humor of his country. Now, journalists, in noting this tribute, commented that for the President of the United States to issue a formal statement was unusual. Of course, no one at the time knew about Operation Fountain Pen, nor about Elvis's calls to the White House, nor of President Carter's calls to Elvis. In a later chapter, Elvis's role regarding Operation Fountain Pen is more fully discussed, proving that Elvis's position with the DEA as well as his status with the FBI and the CIA were of major importance. It is obvious to us that no one in Elvis's group of friends knew of this special undercover agent and the role Elvis played in setting up his cover. Maria Columbus's newsletter further states with regard to Pritchett's letter. Since Elvis had an undercover agent in the group from 1974 to 1976, when did he find the time to do drugs himself? So she was questioning the drug overdose, okay, that everyone claimed he died of. So Maria made a valid point, especially if one considers that many of Elvis's friends often wondered if Elvis faked being whacked out. Could it be that in order to gain the confidence of drug dealers, Elvis may have faked being a drug user? It's a possibility. It probably was his acting uh, role of a lifetime. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, if he could have gotten probably an Oscar if they knew he was acting. But anyway, have the other undercover agents use the same technique? Anyway, don't dismiss the possibility until you read this entire book. We also know from government files that Elvis visited FBI headquarters on December 31st, 1970. Although Elvis did not meet with J. Edgar Hoover, he and his group, which included William N. Morris, former sheriff of Shelby County, Tennessee, and 6 others, were given the tour of the FBI facilities. Less than a week after Elvis's visit with the FBI, he received a personal letter from J. Edgar Hoover thanking Elvis for the offer of confidential assistance Elvis had extended to the Bureau. We know that Elvis never had any FBI credentials, but whether the FBI ever took Elvis up on his offer of help is now a matter of public record. If it is on record at all, it may exist in unreleased FBI files. Obviously, if Elvis or any agent of that matter did work in a confidential manner and with various arms of the government, such information would not be expected to be readily available. All right. So I'm going to stop right there, and we can pick up the rest of this another day. And this chapter is going to be an extended, long chapter. All right. So I wanted to see if I could get this video to work. If it does skip, I'm sorry, guys. I do not know what is going on with this program lately. I did send a comment to StreamYard, which is the company that does the streaming for me, about this technical difficulty, and hopefully they can fix it, because I don't think it's from my computer. If it is, then I will have to redo the videos again or the clips again with my software. Okay, so let's try this. This was a clip that I made from Elvis Found Alive documentary. All right. That was done in 2011. Okay. Oops.
Of course, I'd served the U.S. Army.
Like I said,
I was a deputy in the Memphis Police Department. In many jurisdictions. I donated to police charity and had friends in law enforcement everywhere. They were under siege, man. They were targets.
Bomb went off in New York City police headquarters.
well, like I said, the video just keeps freezing up on me. So I might have to make new videos and maybe share those another day. But he was talking about his police work. They thought he collected badges when he really didn't. He actually went on drug busts a couple times when he was Elvis himself. I don't know how he could do it, but he did. Anyway, so all those badges, and he gave Linda some, but he did say he knew a lot of people. He told Linda the same thing on her site. Okay, that he knows a lot of people. Wait, so was he? Where was I? Oh, right here. So I'm going to. Oh, yeah, cousin is thinking I'm going to stop smoking. Well, you never know. I don't think he's smoking right now in the hospital. I know they don't allow it. Maybe he's on a patch. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, well, President Nixon. Yep. Okay, wait a minute. I went to sleep at 9, but sometimes I wake up at 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I have the same problem because he had and always have. Oh, so you only sleep a few hours every day? That's all right. I only sleep 7, so you're not alone. Okay. Yes. Yeah, he was good at using, yeah, in the concert, Detroit. They said about 3 times. I'm not big on that part of him, but he's not a perfect man. But I just hate that. I know. Well, that's the way he used to talk. But anyway, I forgot to bleep them out. That's okay. I don't think YouTube will get mad at me. All right. Yeah, yes, that's him from Jesse Burrows. I think so too. I think all of those videos, especially this one video clip that he talks about Dr. Hinton in it and his DNA. So I think they were taken around the time Eliza was asking for DNA. You know, I'll do a couple more clips of that later, but yeah, it was quite interesting to see that. I like that channel. I think it's kind of cool. Jesse Birdie recordings, that's cuz all the way. Same as Elvis Found Alive. That's his real voice too, and on the CD. Yes, exactly. And actually, Jesse Elvis did admit that he did the voice on Elvis Found Alive. He was coerced into doing it. And they said, if you don't, we're going to turn you in or whatever, Wow, you're going to London for the first time? I wish I could go to London, but I don't have any money. It's so expensive to go places. I'd have to get my real ID done and my passport. I'm just not. I think I'll just I watch England on YouTube. Like I watch those was it like that channel for Chevenich? I think that's the name of the place. They do like Life in the Manor. I really like that one. And a couple other ones that are pretty cool. Couple channels with Great Britain in them. Hi, Judy. No problem. Yeah. Good to see you last night. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was sleeping through it last week. I had to be careful this week too, Jason. Every time I get my belly full, my eyes get heavy. You know what I say to that? Drink some coffee. Then you'll be up all night. Here you go on that. I'm calling in a few hours. All right. Your connection and the internet is slow. That's why it keeps cutting you off for you. I'm not quite sure, because I've been doing this for a long time and I've never had that problem. And I'm wondering if it could be just the video itself. I don't know. I've never had a problem with those before. And I've always done my live streams here. I could have my internet checked maybe, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, either that, maybe my computer's getting old and I need a new one. Who knows? They do get old after a while. Did the book say someone who worked with Elvis and also? Yes. I guess Maria Columbus. I guess she was from one of those Elvis fan clubs. She was like really knew Elvis well. She got a letter and it stated that one of his band members was an undercover agent, but they don't know who because it's confidential. It could be like someone in the orchestra even, He had like that big orchestra. There could be anybody in his band. Yeah, I don't know if it's a software or if it's the computer or if it's my internet. Earlier today I had problems with StreamYard. Like I had to like literally restart my computer to get this to connect, or I wouldn't have been live tonight. I could not get StreamYard to work. And I'm wondering if it's just the streaming service itself, or it could be maybe I have a bug in my videos and I have to do them over, like erase them and do them over. I don't know. It's just weird. I've never had a problem with the internet connection here on StreamYard and during this time. Barely ever. Watch my other videos. I don't have any problems, so it's weird. Made a big comeback in the 60s. I was at the concert in the Olympia Stadium. Somebody tried to assassinate him in the concert. Boy, you got to hold that person who, and he did a lot of swearing, but he waited till he got back to Memphis till he had some connection. Yeah. I heard about that. Someone, I think Elvis was so scared. He had to like carry guns with him everywhere. He had a gun in his, in his boot or something on stage. And then everybody that was around him in his entourage had a gun. It was very dangerous for him. Very dangerous time. Yeah, he was cornered into it. Exactly. Yes, when I asked him about Trump visiting the White House and the other award he'd gotten, he said it was him on there because when I ate dinner with him, that was the name he used. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Jesse Burroughs. Gotcha. All right. I know that he I think he was very honored by getting the Medal of Freedom, and he, I guess, liked the idea that Donald Trump visited Graceland. Like I said, he liked all people in the office. I mean, if we think about this, he worked with Nixon and he was Republican. He worked with Carter and he was Democrat. He didn't care who was in office. He respected the office of the president. And I think that's where we should be. Everybody should respect the office of the president, no matter what party affiliation or whatever they've done in their past or they didn't do in their past. And yeah, anyway, but he does respect the office no matter who's in it. My friend who was mad at me because I said I believe Elvis is still lives has ended our 30-year friendship. Oh, my word. If she ended your 30-year friendship because of that, then I don't know. Was she really your real friend? I mean, that's really weird. I'm sorry to hear that, Tara. Tara. Yeah. My mother thought I was crazy too. She still doesn't believe. So you're not alone. Love your channel. Big fan of channel. Thank you for all your hard work you do, Miss Joy. This is Joy. It's very much appreciated. Well, you're very welcome, Jason. I don't mind. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy it a lot. And Cuz is very much alive. Yes, I know. So I'm going to let everybody know that Jason Wilson here and Mitchell Matthews are cousins of Elvis and have heard from him or have seen him or encountered him one way or another. And it's great that we have some more people that know him other than Jim. So, you know, when people jump on here and tell me I'm full of it and don't know what I'm talking about and think I'm crazy, I just said, well, how do you explain to people who actually talk to him, have said hello to him, have encountered him and know it's him? Yes, was accused of not taking my midnight meds when I was in Looney Tunes and needed to go back to the mental house because I said Elvis is alive. But somebody did defend me and defended my statement. Right. And, I'm going to say there are a lot of people out there that still believe in the myth that Elvis is dead. And they will always believe that because really the image is dead. The man is still alive, but the image is dead. We all know that. So, yeah, it's only the Elvis Found Alive videos don't play anymore. I don't know why. Weird. Like, I showed you those other clips, they worked fine. So it was kind of weird. But I'm thinking that maybe I might have to redo them. I don't know. Very sorry your friend doesn't believe Elvis is alive, but I will tell your friend is wrong and it shouldn't be that way. I have talked to him, I ate dinner with him, and trust me, I have no game. Yeah. Do I take no notice of the non-believers? They are brainwashed. Right. Well, I'm going to say some of them are just misinformed as well. My mother still thinks I'm crazy. I tell her, well, all right, then you tell my friend Mitchell, and when you tell my friend Jim, and you tell my friend Jason that they hugged or met or ate with an Elvis impersonator, and they'll tell you opposite. Oh my gosh. I watched the movie. It's kind of interesting. We talked about that the other day. I think I might have had a picture with kind of a blown up picture somewhere of him in the boxcar. I know he wrote the movie and it was in Elvis Found Alive as well. Anyway, and produced by Priscilla. Okay. So I don't know why that video doesn't work. Those sets of videos. It's just weird. Okay, well, I guess if we have no other comments. Really? Roku TV has it? Wow. Well, like I said, I have the whole thing. I use a program called HitPaw Video Converter. And what I can do is I can clip a video, let's say take the URL, put it in there, and clip the videos, what I want, and make clips, and then they get loaded onto the computer. Maybe there's just like maybe the files are getting too old or something, and they just need to be redone. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I wish his DVD that comes out in years to come will be made public as proof. Thank you. Well, I hope so too. I heard he have it. I heard he has a DVD. I don't know who has it, but it's supposed to go out when he dies. Let's hope it does, and that EP doesn't stop it. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, in the boxcar. Yeah. Well, for all of that, 5 weeks now. I spoke with him, and he had a happening and had to move again. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, Mitchell spoke with him over the phone 5 weeks ago. That's before, actually, it was right before Jim got really sick. I think that's when you talked to him last. And he hasn't called Linda either. As I keep checking Linda's site, and there's nothing on there really. You can find it on YouTube. I know there is a copy of it. You can watch it for free. It's like kind of analog, so it's gonna come in fuzzy, but yeah, it's not a bad movie. I really liked it. I didn't like the actor though, because the actor looks nothing like Elvis. But it had a good premise, and there was a lot of hints in there. Oh wow, 2:44. Hi Jane, you actually made it on today. 2:44 in the morning, or is it afternoon? Well, I don't know. Feel bad because every time someone jeopardizes his safety, that is, he is on the move, right? And I mean, he said it here. Every time he was recognized, or every time his safety was compromised, or every time someone like spilled the beans about his whereabouts, you do have people. What he goes to doctors a lot, nurses a lot. All you need is one person to recognize him, know it's him, and say it to somebody else, and he's gone when he gets hears about it, because his safety is number one priority to keep him safe. Because he does have a $10 million reward out for him being found still. I don't know if there's any other threats from the mafia, but I know that he did work in intelligence in the government. Sometimes you just need protection from that. Oh yeah, all kinds of Elvis on Roku. Oh wow. Well, I don't have Roku, so yeah. Yep, you can get it on YouTube. I know that. Oh, AM 2:44. Wow, that's a little early for you. Yeah, it's 8:48 p.m. here. The day before you. It's the 23rd of May. So, oh yeah, lots of hints in that one for sure. Yeah, there was another one that was called Elvis Lives. I didn't like the actor in that one either, but that one was interesting too. It was like wow, really, and they actually made him use Jesse in the title. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one. Let me see if I can find it and let you guys give you the title. Hold on a minute, I gotta find it first. um, and that one was funny. I told Jim, I said that's a little raunchy. It looks like. Oops, 1 minute. Let me shut my background off here. Okay. So it looks like this on YouTube. If you watch it, that one's kind of raunchy, but it's quite interesting movie. I watched it and I was laughing. I didn't like the actor in it though that much, but you know, I did. It was a good premise. I mean, you know. Jason does really? I don't know. I have a pretty clear picture. I think I'd have to look for it, but I cleaned it up. I mean, I put it through the picture thing there, cleaner. But it's hard because of dark too. It's very dark, so to lighten it and everything. Sure, you could send it to me on my did you send it to me already? Hold on. Just send it to me on my messenger. I'll get it. Yes. Hi Janice, how are you? It's been a while. Just don't know where they found the clown to play. Cuz looked nothing like him. Exactly. Oh, you mean you mean on Finding Graceland, exactly. And this other one here, did you see this one? I don't know. Elvis Lives on. It's on YouTube. You guys can find it. It's dated 2000 and let's see, uh, 2016. Supposedly, it's a It says Elvis, born and past his prime, is delighted at the opportunity to work as a secret agent. See if I can get for the FBI, but he gets in too deep with the mob, and his daughter and father are threatened, and he fakes his own death. And I don't know if he wrote this or not, but anyway, it says Elvis begins a new life in Michigan where he falls for a woman who promises to keep his secret. But the actor looks nothing like him. His
Why would they get so many facts wrong in your autopsy? And why did they almost drop the coffin twice?
Have you ever seen this one? Elvis Lives?
So many of your friends.
If you guys haven't, you gotta check that out. That's on YouTube. But one of the ones that have those friends who do not believe, tell them that DNA don't lie, and if it does, they let a bunch of crooks out on the street. Right. Well, I did tell my mom DNA was taken, and she still didn't believe it. Non-believers should know that there's a major life insurance policy that was never cashed. Exactly. And a bunch of other things that were missing from Graceland as well. I'll have to send when I get off of here and it kicked me off. Yeah. Your best bet. Rita says true, Nan. Hi, Vinny. How are you? It's been a while since I've seen you on. It still hasn't been cashed. Yeah, exactly. I think the best movie of Cuz was Elvis, the movie played by Kurt Russell. Yes, Miss Joy, I saw Elvis Lives. Yeah, I didn't like the actor in it, but it was kind of funny and weird. I know. I kind of watched it and went, huh? I loved it though, but it was funny. I just thought it was weird. Hi, Carol. That's funny. You're calling me Lori. Nobody calls me Lori anymore, but thank you. And Joy's my first name, but that's all right. Lori's my middle name's Loretta, and I like to use Lori. Sometimes that's my alias. Wow. Is Stormy there? Oh, yeah. She's around somewhere. I think she's in the living room sitting with my husband, which is good because sometimes she gets up here on top of the desk. I have one of these like desks, like a cubicle. And she'll get up here and she'll start licking my hair and getting on the computer. and she would probably disconnect us. So I'm glad she's over there. Oh yeah, I covered him. He's, I guess, doing a little better. He's in ICU still. Like I said, he had like 9 strokes and like a blood infection, and it was in his heart, and they had to operate, take the infection out of his heart. So yeah. Oh yeah, she's with my husband right now. You guys are speaking about her. That means she'll be here soon. Bothering me. She'll jump on the computer like she's done before. Oh, you love cats, yeah. Me too. I do love my cats. I have 2 of them. But she does. She jumps up on top of this thing and she'll come down and get on the computer and get on my lap and yes, I did get your pictures. I didn't quite understand them a little, Mitchell. You could probably send me a message later. We can chat about them if you want. Not that I know of. I know he's doing okay, and I think they had to move him recently, according to people that have been in touch with him. No, Stormy, she's a big cat. She was a kitten when I first got her. I do have another cat. He's a big golden white, like I don't want to call him golden white tabby. He's a big boy. I don't even know where he is right now, but he's barely ever jumps up here. But yeah, but I have 2 cats and a dog. That's enough. I have 4 cats, 2 Bengals, and 2 tabbies. Wow. I'm not sure. The golden white one is like all white on the bottom, but he's got this nice golden top with like brown and it has these big stripes on him and really pretty. It's a beautiful cat. I just started watching Finding Graceland. So far, I'm already lost. Well, I think your best bet to watch Finding Graceland when we get off of this. How's that? Jim's daughter said he's doing good. They will do another swallow test on Tuesday. Well, that's good. You must have just got a hold of her then. Well, that's good. He must still be is he in the step down unit now? I'm wondering. Or is he still in ICU? Is there still, it's kind of considered ICU still if it's a step down unit. Jim Essel has his hands full right now with the kittens. Yeah, I bet. Well, I don't want any more. Thank you. I love cats, but I'm done with enough. I have enough pets. I'm good. What is my favorite Elvis song? Let's see. I have so many favorite Elvis songs. I really can't nail one down. Um, Good question. I'm gonna go with his gospel. I have always loved How Great Thou Art by him and Amazing Grace. Those are my 2 favorites by him as far as his gospel. His blues, I really liked Steamroller, Steamroller Blues, but I also did like, no, I don't know. I actually like a lot. I like a lot of Elvis's songs. I don't really have a favorite. Yeah, I'll just go with that. I love all his songs. I'll say all How Great Thou Art. How's that? Or Heartbreak Hotel. I really liked that. And I also liked um believe it or not, I kind of liked what's the name of that song? It's escaping me. Sorry, guys. I'm going to say gospel is my favorite genre by him, but then the blues is my second favorite genre. So I got 5 kittens here, and I may not have sent the picture of you, but I thought I did. Oh, all right. Well, I'll check anyway. You might have sent them to me. Oh, yeah, you did send them to me. I'm sorry. I have a bad brain, a bad memory sometimes because they say menopause gives you bad memory. I don't know if anybody else realizes that. Oh, they are cute. Oh, black and white too. I don't know if anyone can see those kittens. Those are Mitchell's kittens. Yeah, gospel is the best. I know that Jim really, really loved Crying in the Chapel. I just love Elvis's gospel, period. I could listen to it all day. Great news about Jim, yes, but he has a long recovery. Like I said, he's got like 9 strokes and he's not swallowing well. So I don't know, he might need a feeding, like continue with a feeding tube. Yeah, he's got a long fight ahead of him. But we're going to keep him in our prayers. He sing gospel like no other. Yeah. I think, I'm going to say I absolutely love his version of You've Lost That Love and Feeling. You could feel the pain when he sings that song. You can feel it from the toes because that's how much he sings that song. It's so good. So I'm going to say that's one of my favorites by him. Yeah, I just got updated. Still ICU, not step down again. Went back to ICU when he took a turn for the worse last week. Okay. All right, that's why I thought he was still in ICU. So I'm just going to keep the post on the page there. I've been updating the group on Facebook with updates from Rita, who is in touch with Jim's oldest daughter. She gives her updates. So. Oh yeah, he touched me. Yeah, I love the new album When No One Stands Alone in 2018. Yeah, me too. Actually, I think when they sang How Great Thou Art on that one, I had the chills going down my spine. Yeah, that was good. That's a really good album. I have a copy of it. And I don't know, but if you guys listen to the new gospel album, that came out in 2018, supposedly remastered, the voice sounds a little older and more mature, but much richer. I think he redid it, but I could be wrong. But I could be right. We don't know. He played Great Thou Art, My Mother's Celebration of Life. Yeah. Well, I played Amazing Grace at my father's funeral or memorial service last summer. My father was a Elvis fan. He absolutely was enamored with Elvis Presley. That's how I loved Elvis. My mother was more of a Beatles fan, but my father loved Elvis Presley. So then when we had his service, I had them play Amazing Grace. I think we all cried. There wasn't a dry tear, a dry face in the whole place. It was really good. And we did the 2018 version. It was good. You think his 70 songs were the best? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think, the music evolved. I'm going to say I really loved his gospel stuff, even back in the 60s, that type of thing. But I like the 70s music. I think it's probably because I grew up with it. I was like little and it was on the radio. But I loved Elvis. I didn't care what it was. I think my favorite album is, of course, No One Stands Alone. But I also love his Christmas albums. Oh, I love his Christmas music. Yeah, I love it. Get off here. Talking more about that. Yeah. Well, I heard a couple of things about it, but I was sworn to secrecy, so I didn't say anything. Sorry. Anyway. Happy Day. Love that song. Cool. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Yeah. Don't separate ways, and you were always on my mind. Yeah, those are good. I think Jim's little daughter, youngest daughter, Tina, I believe her name is Tina. If I'm wrong, sorry. She liked Little Sister. Joy. Hi, Tim. How do I find your personal page on Facebook? You did come up for me a long time ago, but I didn't realize it was you. And I want to send you something I know you would like. Okay. Well, my Facebook page is, yeah. Let me see. This is my Facebook profile. That's what you're looking for. That's my personal profile. If you want the page, then it's this. The Man is Alive. You can get the page on Facebook as well, and you can always message me there as well. So The Man is Alive. That's the business page on Facebook for this channel. And my personal page is this one, my profile. My other profiles I had, I'm kind of locked out of my other one. So this is my current one. And I had a problem with Facebook last year or the year before. And somehow I lost my profile for, I don't know, whatever reason. And I was on Facebook for a long time and I did not do anything wrong. I lost my original profile. I was so ripping mad. It was not even funny. It was so stressful. So I had to open up this one. Joy Laurie Heard. It was Horde, but now it's Heard. Joy Laurie Heard. That's my Facebook profile. Oh, wait a minute. Now I lost my train where I was. Okay, here we go. Julie says, I love gospel songs and then Suspicious Minds. Yeah, a lot of people like Suspicious Minds. Right? No one I could sing a song like he did, a gospel song. Yeah. I agree. But I can say, like, in the modern day, like, music that's out there now for Christian music, I'm going to say, like, CeCe Winans is very good at singing it. But no one can sing How Great Thou Art like Elvis. Elvis can sing his heart out on that song. What did everyone think of the epic movie? I loved it. Because I never saw him live. I mean, I was little when he died. I was almost 8 when he died. And I was little. I never went to his concerts or anything. I was kind of like sheltered a little bit. My parents weren't, like I said, my mother wasn't an Elvis fan. My dad was, and he was always working. So I'm gonna say I saw him on TV, but that movie theater, that was excellent. I clapped. It was just excellent. I could see why everyone loved him in live. So anybody who never saw him in concert, well, they saw him in concert at the movies. Like in high definition and like digitally remastered and the music was awesome. He really did a good job. It's one of the hardest questions that you can ask anyone, and that is, what's your favorite Elvis song? And no one can just tell you one, and that's the truth, right? Exactly. Hurt is one of my favorites. Yeah, and he did a beautiful job with that song, Hurt. And I think it's that hell holding that note, and he went way up. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Just pretend. Yeah, that was a good one, Judy. Hi, Judy. How are you tonight? Yes, that's an older voice on Where No One Stands Alone. You are right, Mrs. Joy. Yeah. Where No One Stands Alone. I can't play it because of the copyright. They, let's just say it's very hard to get an Elvis song to play on YouTube. But yeah. Where No One Stands Alone. Check it out. It's on Apple Music if you have Apple Music. I might be on Google Music as well. 2018 remaster. Excellent. I love it. Yeah, his 70 albums were good. I love how he sings them sound when you cry too and more. Yeah, I've lost you. Yeah. When he sings to children, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say I love it when he's saying to God. But singing to children, yes, too. Little sister, yeah. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? I'm gonna say I always liked, and if I get a chance to watch it on YouTube, which I do quite often, I like to watch him sing Steamroller Blues. Oh my gosh, I love that song. And I like to watch the 73 special. I think I saw it on TV when I was little, but seeing it digitally remastered is really nice. Oh, you saw it twice? Amazing. Yeah. I'm looking forward to like getting it watching it at home on my TV. I have a big screen TV in the living room. My husband liked it, believe it or not. He wasn't always an Elvis fan, but he did like that epic movie. He took me to see it. It's nice. All right. Anyway, I like to hear Elvis sing "Swing Down Sweet Chariot." Oh yeah, I absolutely loved the epic movie, but as an Elvis fan, wanted more. You wanted more? Yeah. I don't know. I think they covered quite a bit of his life too. Like, they did like the talking clips too, which was really nice. And the biggest hint in the movie. There was actually two hints, but the biggest hint in the movie was the song. Edge of Reality, Do You Miss Me? That's a good hint in that song. I just saw Michael as well, and it was really great to see and well done by his nephew Jennifer. Yeah, I didn't get to see that one, Michael Jackson one. I want to see it, but I've been kind of tight with money lately, so I've been just laying low on that. So I was thinking of maybe waiting for it to come out on DVD or a movie streaming service. Sometimes I do that, and I'll watch it then. Oh, you like that channel? Well, I have 3 channels. So I have one that's Life of Joy, which is actually I changed to put all my my church stuff on there because most of my viewers like that content. But I do have a new one for the shopping. I haven't been putting shopping videos out. I might put one out soon though. I have some footage for that. Seen it. See if I had the banner for it, but I don't. I'll tell you the URL for that. So in case anybody wants to see more shopping videos, they will find it on this channel now. Let me look it up. All right. This is my shopping channel at Joyful 8527. No, not 8527. 8257. Sorry. Edit. There we go. So that is my shopping channel now. And anyone who wants to see my DoorDash videos and my shopping videos, you'll get it on that channel now. I still have my other ones on Life of Joy, or Christian Life of Joy, it's called now. But I've been putting all my Bible based videos on that channel. You know, my faith is is a big thing in my life. And I've always had a calling to share Jesus with people. So that's my way of sharing Jesus. So if anyone likes to watch that stuff, you may. Oh, a minute. And I lost where I was. Oh, there we go. Hi, Gaskin. Jacqueline, how are you tonight? Been a while since I've seen you on here. Hi, Kim. It's just for your eyes. For now, you can share it when time feels right for you. And thank you for the great job you're doing. You're welcome. I will look later. All right. Yes, crying in the chapel. There ain't nobody who can sing it the way Cuz did. Yeah. I mean, that is actually Jim's favorite song by him. Gospel song. He wants it played at his funeral, but let's pray that it's not now. He doesn't have a funeral. Oh my gosh, he's so sick lately. I use anything I can find because it doesn't take me too long to get lost. Yeah. Okay. He never lost a beautiful voice. It's just like fine wine. It gets better with age. Right. Cream is what epic was epic. That's the closest you'll ever get to seeing him live. Yeah, exactly. I never got to see him live, so to see him on big screen like that was an absolute treat. And I thought it was just amazing how he could move his body like that and know that he was going through all that pain at the time. I mean, because he said he did like X amount of a lot of shows like in 1 year. It was crazy how he could dance around like that and have all those problems. See, you've seen it 10 times? Oh, wow. I'll have to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again someday. I'm gonna get it on DVD probably and watch it. Wait till the holograms come out? I thought the hologram was already out. Oh, anyway. Yes, I know. You were supposed to see him in the new tour too, and you didn't because he passed on before that. Yeah, me too. Wooden Heart is a child song. I like Just Pretend and Angel from Far Walnut Tree. Oh, all right. If I Could Dream? I don't know. Anyway, the movie isn't around here anymore. Right. It is on DVD, though, if anyone gets a chance to get it or buy it. And I think it's on demand as well. I think on my cable. I don't know if anyone else gets it. But anyway. Aloha from Hawaii was his best concert he ever did. He was on fire. Yeah. Yeah, he looked good. And when they, everybody who put clips of that out on YouTube and they digitally mastered it, it was really nice. I actually watched that, and I did watch the concert on TV like after he passed away as well. But I thought he looked horrible. He looked so tired in it and worn out. Like he looked horrible in it. I felt bad for him. He looked exhausted. Oh, cool. Watched it on Amazon Prime. Cool. Yeah. I have the Epic CD, but I have it on my my iPod. I uploaded it on there. Hi, Maureen. Yeah. Yeah, Jason and Mitchell are his cousins. I don't know if Mitchell's still on. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. And Jim. Yes, Edge of Reality, big clue. Give her away right there. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, dying come to life again. You know? uh, do you miss me? I do love that song too. Love that version. Oh, really? Cool. Defining, there was a clue on Change of Reality. Has Baz met him? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. I'll have to check too. If it is, then I can watch it forever. Yes, me too, Joy. I love God, Jesus. Oh, God's children. God is the doctor of all the doctors, and he's touched Jim. Thank God. Yes, well, from what I understand, Jim also accepted him and repented, so I'm glad that he had a chance to do that before. Or at least he gave his daughter an inclination that he did. So we'll just keep him in prayer. You never know. God could be using this for a reason. Sometimes he allows suffering for his glory, to show his glory, what he can do, because all things are possible. But anyway. No, you have to pay, but worth it. Really? Okay. Well, you know, That's good because I had to pay for the theater. You know, when I went to see it in the theaters here in when it was here in the theaters, it was $7.50 a person because I went to the half price Tuesdays. That's when I went. I was thinking if they still have it Michael Jackson, maybe I'll do the same thing. But lately, money's been very tight, so I haven't been going out at all. So, does Jesse Elvis stay in touch with all of his family? As far as I know, he is in touch with some of his family. I'm not sure. I know there are a couple of people here that have either talked to him or seen him before, but only on the phone or something. But when he can. But I'm assuming he probably still does call his granddaughters. You know, I'm sure he does. And whatever other people left in his family's small. Now, he worked hard, loved his fans, but had no privacy. Right. And I think he might be enjoying his privacy a little bit more now. But the price to pay, he has to keep moving all the time. I don't know if he got to see Epic. Maybe Linda will buy him a DVD. I don't know. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Me too, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I agree. I hope so too. Jason says, I know he watched Elvis the movie by Austin Butler, but he did not like it that much as Jim cleared it up one of Joy's lives. Yeah. I don't remember what he didn't like about it though. He didn't like something about it. I don't know if it's because it didn't cover everything. I don't remember exactly. But that movie had Clue in it too. Did anyone catch the clue? When I watched it, you know, the colonel said to him, he was at the hayride, and he said, "If you ever need an out, I will get you out." Hint, hint. And at the end, it's like, I'll fly away. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I hadn't seen you reply in a while. That's why I was checking. Did you get a message, man, that said 70 to 80 people on the protection? And Elvis was one of them and still alive, witness protection. And it will soon be revealed. I've seen some other videos, like somebody else sends me a bunch of stuff, Pamela. Yeah, I've heard of it. But I'm like I said, I don't really follow everybody. I know, like they say, Princess Diana did, and Marilyn Monroe did, and Prince did, and Michael Jackson did, and they have proof of Michael Jackson. I don't know. I just focus on Elvis. I don't know why. I've always been intrigued with him. So I don't know why I just don't do anybody else. I think it's because I just don't have the time. And there's so many people that have the Bob Joyce story all wrong. Ugh, he is definitely not who they think he is. Got the eyes covered up with something. I must admit, I wasn't keen on the Elvis movie. It was good. I watched it a couple times, but I think it's because it was more focused on the Colonel. Maybe that's why he didn't like it. Maybe because it was focused on the Colonel. I don't remember what he said, what Jim said about it. I'm funny? Oh, that's good. And my voice is like, my singing voice is so hoarse because I've been singing to the Lord so much that my throat's like dry. Wasn't keen on the Priscilla movie, and it made Cuz look really bad. Um, okay. So I didn't like the Priscilla movie because it was so low budget. Number one. Number two, I like the actor that did Elvis. I thought he was good. I know they had a very rocky relationship. You know, and I just think that, yeah. I really don't have anything to say because their relationship was rocky, and they both were not innocent. Let's just say that. They were both in the wrong about things, but I don't think he should have ever married her. That's my opinion. I think he should have married somebody else. But yeah. Another thing about this, she was young. He brought her over to his house. She took a lot of sleeping pills and tried to adjust to his lifestyle. And I mean, she was in high school, and then graduating from high school. And then, yeah, the story was weird, but it's very close to what she had wrote in Elvis and Me. I don't know about her new book. Don't know anything about that. I did not read it. But, I like we've seen a lot of other movies that made him look bad, so I don't know. I liked it, but then I didn't like it. I'm iffy on that one. Yeah. Like I said, it was low budget, and I think Lisa Marie didn't really want her to do it either. But then if you watched Elvis and Me, I think it was like some type of TV program. It was very similar. I mean, but she did not really show much of what do you call it? Behaviors, from what I heard. But anyway, this isn't about Priscilla, so I'm going to avoid that now. All right. Got to run away, 5 crying babies. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm in tears right now. I spent hours playing for Jim, and you just realized it. Revealed that he received Jesus. Oh, joy, oh, joy, oh, joy. Thank you, joy. Thank you, Jesus. I was in the middle of not praying for that man. Yes, continue to pray for him, Pamela, because I'm not sure exactly how much, to what extent he accepted Jesus. From what I understand, he did. I prayed that he would send a pastor in there or somebody, some type of minister, to do prayers with him to get healing, and salvation. So the Lord answered the prayers. There was a pastor there, and prayed with his daughter and his granddaughter and himself. Don't think he spoke, but he did nod or did squeeze her hand at the time. So it is an answer to prayer, and yes, I am thankful. Well, hopefully he can stick with it. We'll see. You know? This joy, God take care of us all. Whatever card he deals us, we will have to play it. Yes. You know, he did promise us that he didn't promise us an easy life following him. He said we are going to have trials and difficulties and following him. It's not easy to follow Jesus, but it's worth it all in the end. You know, when they say it will be worth it all when we see Jesus, it will be worth it all when we see Christ. You know, right. It was based on her and was based on, and then of course, you know, I really, honestly, it didn't stray too far from Elvis and me. So, I mean, she portrayed Elvis as not totally negative in her book, but you know, the person took it that way. You know, it made him look in a bad light. You know, right. He had a bad temper. And yeah. Um Maybe there was some other movies where he had like he threw chairs at the wall and he shot at the TV set and all that kind of thing. But he did have a bad temper, yes. But he also apologized when, like, what was it? He gave her like supposedly gave her an extra strong sleeping pill. Didn't realize it. Knocked her out cold for 3 days. I mean, I don't know. To what extent, how much is that true? We don't know because obviously his parents aren't around to defend him and he's not able to defend himself either. You know, I'm saying. Isn't this guy really great until he had a stroke and now he can't walk that much? So he doesn't get to spend as much time with the girls as he wants. Oh, yes, okay. Right. Okay. Okay, so this is the only update that I have of Jesse Elvis is that he's okay. He's in a wheelchair because of his stroke. He can't get around well. Um, but he's okay as far as like health. Like, you know, he hasn't had any other major problems as far as we know, and he's still around. Right. Well, like I said, they had, you know, movies depict him wrong, and he can't, like, what do you want to call it? He can't defend himself. He can't get out there and defend himself. So he went to all his family for information. We didn't really know that much when the scene where the proper handled him and then, yeah. Hmm. Right. I know that he was very mad at Colonel for a while, and he actually told, you know, Larry Geller in here that he was fed up with the Colonel and wanted to fire him. And when he did, he had this extra long bill. And I think Jerry Schilling also mentioned that in his book as well about his relationship with the Colonel. It was very um Elvis loved the Colonel as a father figure or parent figure, very loyal man to him. But he did take a lot of his money. You know, I mean, 50%, that's a lot for a manager's fee. But Tom Parker loved Cuz. Don't think there wasn't a love and a bond there. Cause there was. Yeah. So, like, I'm going to say he loved him like a father. He respected him. Um, you know, he was by his side his whole career. He made Elvis who he was, you know. Um, and I think even after, I think, Linda Hood Sigmund had mentioned on her site that when the Colonel was dying, he had contacted her and told her that he's going to die soon, and it would be out in the papers, and he was right, and he had a good relationship with the Colonel, and loved the Colonel as a father. Very, very friendly. Even though he did, they take a lot of his income, he also helped him get out of his situation. He helped him escape. The reason you focus on Elvis is because he's the best simple answer. Yeah. Well, I think I focused on Elvis because originally I was watching Bob Joyce and I fell for the lie. A lot of people don't realize that. And you don't research it out. And luckily enough, I loved Elvis enough to research it out and do it myself, and found out that Bob Joyce is not Elvis. And I think it was the investigator in me, the person that does research and studies and studies and studies so they get the answer. And I didn't stop until I studied. It's the same thing with like like studying the end times. I study and study and study and study till I actually get the answer, and then I pray and I pray and I pray and I pray till I get the answer that I am looking for. Like, when is the rapture happening, or on the timeline? I had to kind of like read, that type of stuff. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, there is no relationship between them as far as family. Yeah. Bob just isn't related to Elvis. He's not related to any of us. Some people are crazy. Facebook videos out there telling Bob Joyce is not Elvis, and they are two different people. Right. Bob Joyce is not Elvis. Anyone who says he's Elvis needs to do their homework. Number one, his Elvis would never be on video, ever, with his face. Ever on a video. And he was actually coerced to do the Elvis Found Alive, and he was done in silhouette because he won't allow his face to be on video. And so, never. And he doesn't even sound like him or look like him. He doesn't even sing like him. Have you been listening to Elvis? A lot of people haven't been listening to Elvis. If they think Bob Joyce sounds like Elvis, they need to take and really listen to Bob, then listen to Elvis, and then listen to Bob and listen to Elvis, and they'll notice right away that they're different voices. They hold the notes different, they sound different, they pronounce words different, and even sing differently. Bob Joyce is talented. Yes. He's a great man of God. Yes. I think he enjoys the attention too much, though. And I think, he's going to be held accountable for that. Fervent, effectual prayer of a righteous availeth much. Faith is the substance of the things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. I give the glory and honor to Jesus, and I'm going to keep praying. Thank you, my Savior. Yes, exactly. Praise you, Jesus. Power of prayer goes a long way. Exactly. And now, tomorrow is Pentecost Sunday. And in many traditions, of course, the Holy Spirit is a focal point of Pentecost Sunday. And I heard because of everything that's going on in the country as far as rededicating itself to God, we're going to have revival in the land. So expect the Holy Spirit to do some amazing things. You're going to hear stories about healings and demons being casted out and amazing miracles. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Really am. And I mean, these miracles are not going to be AI. I heard that too, but it's not going to be the same. Mr. Sleeping isn't 4 to 5 hours. I had the same problem because of insomnia 30 years ago. My God, right? So my left hand. Ouch. Yikes. Well, there's a cure for insomnia. You can always close your eyes and ask the Holy Spirit to help you sleep. Cast all your fears, all your worries on Him. So you blank out your mind and ask Him to give you peace of mind. And you go back, you'll lull. If not, you'll be at least in prayer enough where you'll be resting in His, resting in Him. Because He's your rest. Watch it. Oh, wow. I watched one of the lives the other day. Let's take one that's his voice on the tape, just like speaking on the tape that people say. Yeah, that's definitely not David Darlock. I don't, that I have a bunch of videos on the Elvis tape. I think I have 2 of them that went with Is Elvis Alive in this series here. And then I had done Elvis tape by itself and compared it with David Darlock. And the Spelling on the Stone one, I compared with Dan Willis as well. Yeah, I want to do those again, though. I think I will do them again eventually. But yeah, definitely not David Darlock. I don't know any. It would be. Did not see Darlock pull out his watch in the pocket and stop the watch from ticking. Yeah, I know it was a fake thing. Yeah, I covered that in one of my videos. David didn't sound nothing like Cuz. And Civil Nora was Elvis's recordings. Yes, okay, I thought so. Spelling on the Stone is the only other one I don't know about. I know of, but he does talk about making a new album on the Elvis tapes, and it was going to be different than he ever did. And I know albums take a while to get people. I mean, he said he's getting get the people and the band members, and knowing him, if he had to beg his friends, and some of them were talking to him because they were angry with him and stuff, I could see why. Rita said she fell for the Bob Joyce lie too and then found my site. Yeah, I know. I remember that. We had that really big discussion. Yeah, and Jane too. Yep. Parker helped him get away. He wanted out. He got into another big coup in Austin Public movie. Yep. What was the part where Parker said, "You want out? Just say," and it happened. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. It was during one of the what they call those hay rides, or when he was first beginning there. What they call those things, fairs, or I'm not sure what they call those concerts that he went from. The small I don't want to call them hay rides, but they're fairs or something he did. Harvest festivals or something. And he told them, whenever you want it out, I'll get you out. That was a big clue. He said, I'm sick and tired of being Elvis Presley. Yep. I love Spelling on the Stone album and Down in Mississippi. Yeah. I definitely know he sang those. I know he did. Those are his voice right there. That ain't Jimmy Ellis. That's for sure. Down in Mississippi. It's not Jimmy Ellis. They can't pull the wool over my ears over my eyes and my ears because I think there were certain spots in Spelling on the Stone when he gets to a certain spot where he sings those certain notes, and you listen to Amazing Grace, and you can hear the same sound in his voice, just the same note like that. Ah, you know it's him. Okay. No, Bob Joyce is not Elvis, and to prove that he's alive, I ate dinner with him 25 years ago, and if not him, I got reconnected with him because I thought he had died. Since then, there would be no way. Well, that's cool, Mitchell. You know, Mitchell, I think someday we should have a live with real life encounters between you and Jason. I do real life encounters part 3. If you ever want to do that, let me know. We can do it. I'll do it. Yeah. You can see the more you watch those movies, the more clues they give you that he didn't die. I mean, like the man didn't die. You would know where we ate together, and he remembered more than I did about the thing. And we talked about him and a woman and me and my wife. Well, that's cool. So you remembered that. That's awesome. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Shakes a lot when constant pain. Love the hot and then can't stand the cold weather. Yeah, my father was very arthritic. And he had to have he put gloves on his hands, and he had to put like pain reliever, and he took a lot of medicine for his rheumatoid. And it was really rough when he moved from Arizona back up here because the weather is so the humidity is like all over the place. I think our weather might be very similar to yours up in England, like kind of rain and then snow and then heat and then cold, and like kind of like very similar in temperatures. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it does a job on your hands. Yeah. And I think Elvis deals with that too, arthritis in his hands. Did Jesse remarry anyone or have a girlfriend? I really do not know. I don't know, Mitchell. I don't know if Mitchell can tell you. Some things are just left quiet, especially his personal life. I know. Anyway, let's see. Well, Jane says to come live in Spain, Jason. Probably better for your hands. But then he'd have to learn how to speak in Spanish. Well, maybe he might know how to speak Spanish. I don't know. Harvest Festival, I think it was. Okay, yep. Almost close. This is doing. You've done your homework. You can't be fooled. Right. Well, I try. I try. Anyway. My husband and family think I'm crazy because I believe Jesse is alive no matter what clues I give them. They say a lot of E's newer songs are done by AI and it's an older voice. Well, interesting. I don't know about that. Now they blame everything on the AI lately. Yeah. They'll blame anything on AI these days. read them when the Holy Spirit starts to really fall, and people are going to get, people that don't have any eyes will get new eyes, and people that have arms and missing fingers get new fingers, and missing organs get new organs, and they're going to blame that on AI. They won't be able to. I firmly believe he's going to deal a lot of healing in the next couple years. Supposed to get big revival in the United States and around the world. Anyway, yes, he had a girlfriend. I don't think they were married, but together for a long time. And there is an interview with him talking about her, and it's the same one. Oh, yes, he had a girlfriend. Yeah, that wasn't Elvis Found Alive. He did have a girlfriend. I don't know if he ever married again after Priscilla. I don't know if he still has a girlfriend. I know he has some people that take care of him. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend, but he might have nurses and stuff that take care of him, and of course, excuse me, security. I would love to, but I love the southeastern states. Oh yeah. Well, you'd love living in where Mitchell lives, I think. Like Florida, maybe Texas. Arizona would be best for arthritis. It's nice and dry down there. Florida is very humid. So if you go more western United States, like Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, they're drier. Yeah, I know she isn't his only child. He has other children. Illegitimate children. Hey, Jan, new life in Spain. 3 years ago, my husband died, and I love it. I don't have to speak Spanish. Oh, no. Did you speak English down there? Yeah, good. I'm sure English is kind of like an international language now. I think everybody does speak it. I agree. There has to be a few more kids. Sad for them to not be able to prove or own this. Okay, so the only children that I know of, maybe they might know more, that I can say is Lisa, not Lisa, excuse me. Her name's not coming to me all of a sudden. My brain, sorry, it's not coming to me right now. Anyway, yeah, we know there's quite a few people who claim to be his children. Okay, Deborah Presley Brando is like one of them. And there was a couple other ones. None of Elvis's songs are AI, and they're all original recordings. Right. But I do believe he's alive. Yes, he's very alive. All right. So I will give you one more information on that album. Where no one stands alone, the background, something is very special about it. Really, you'll have to tell me after. All right. Yeah, when he really does pass, it'll be an 8.3 second comes out they'll say it's AI. Yeah, probably. Yeah. True. Everything's gonna be AI these days. Oh, see, speaking of little Stormy, you guys wanted to see her. Say hi, everybody. Hi. All right. So I almost got disconnected, guys. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I missed this one on it. I really need to go to bed. Well, good night. Have sweet dreams. Yes. Just keep them in your prayers. It was cloudy and like 65 today and kind of chilly. Yesterday it was like 65 but windy and cold. Like cold. I had to go out with a jacket, lightweight jacket. Today I've got sweatshirt on because it's cold. Tomorrow's supposed to be rainy in the 50s. I'm not looking forward to that. I can't wait for the summer weather. It's not here yet. Well, it was here Tuesday and Monday, but it disappeared. We had a storm and it went bye-bye. Oh, maybe he did. I don't know. I'll check. You send me so much stuff, and sometimes they're not labeled, so I don't know anything. And I'm like, what? This was a ladies' man. Love the ladies, and there he has not just going to have one child. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he was a lazy man. He had a lot of children, probably illegitimate children. Some he knows about, some he doesn't. Yep, she came to say hello. You're just like AI. Yeah, me too. All right. Rita says hello. All right. Ow! Don't bite. No. Thank you. I try. Yeah, she did. She's a big kitty now. She was a kitten. She's trying to bite me. So that means she wants to play or she wants to eat. I don't know which one. All right. Anyway. Our summer is coming. Yeah. Slowly. It's usually warmer. But the last couple Memorial Day weekends have been kind of cold and rainy. And just can't seem to get out of the pattern, you know. But yet they still say we're having drought-like conditions, and I'm like, with all this rain, really? I mean, we've had like some warmer days, but overall, it's been kind of cool the last couple days. All right. Well, anyway, I've been on for 2 hours, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and you guys have a great night. God bless y'all. Have a good Sunday, and we'll see you next week at 8 o'clock. Unless something happens, then I will send a message. All right. Bye, everybody.